Jamie Cox, thank you very much indeed for joining us to bring us up to date with the very latest of what's happening at the Cooper Associates County Ground. I guess let's start with ground developments. We've seen a bit of work going on in and around the venue in the last month or so. Tell us a little bit about how that's shaping up.
Morning, Spencer, and morning, everybody. It's been a busy period. The season has finished now some months ago, and work hasn't stopped here. It's a ground that won't look a whole lot different to members and fans as they turn up next year, but realistically there's been a lot of shuffling around internally, predominantly to sort of future-proof our pavilion and our cricket offering. With the women arriving for next year and beyond, it was important for us to provide a home for two professional teams. So probably most noticeably, what members and fans will see when they turn up next year is the shop, where most people would have used as an early port of call, is now the office space for our foundation. And the shop we only now have one shop, which is just the existing secondary shop is now our primary shop just around the corner. Our main reception's moved, so our main reception is now the bottom floor of the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion, which is our main day reception for a lot of people who come in anyway. So our administration function, which housed our sales and our digital teams, etc., which was over on the bottom floor of the Caddick Pavilion, has now been rehoused inside what you'd call half of the old Stragglers. So Stragglers has become a smaller offering. We want to make it a really lovely sort of niche coffee and snacks offering, but it will look different for those as they turn up for the cricket next year. So some wonderful works happened as a consequence over in the Caddick Pavilion, where our gym space has been expanded to accommodate two teams. The space on the ground floor, which used to be our administration area, has now been set up as our sports science and medicine home, which services two teams. So our women's change room has turned into what used to be the old the old away change room. Is now the permanent home of Somerset Women. So it's a very different look and feel, and it's been 3 months of disruption that hopefully we're a fair way through, and the new year presents us an opportunity to settle in and enjoy our new facilities.
How are the Somerset Women settling in?
I think they're settling in great. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Just that they've brought a real energy to the place. We've got 14 fully contracted women now that have been training for the best part of 6 to 8 weeks, and quite seamlessly, I think, fitted in around the existing men's program. So, and bearing in mind they haven't had a home yet, they've sort of been quite nomadic around the site. From Christmas time, they'll have their chain rooms completed, which will be a wonderful advancement for them. Now, we're really excited about what that will bring, and there's a real excitement that they bring to the site. And with still a couple of contract spots to sign, there's some more good news coming. So no, nothing but positive at this stage.
Obviously, it's the time of year when we look to membership and that sort of thing. We're very blessed here in that the support, the membership and supporters that we have here are second to none. And we've seen that again since the end of last season. Obviously, it didn't finish in a way that we would have hoped, but the membership has been flooding in. And once again, the level of support that it looks like we're going to get in 2025 is absolutely sensational.
Oh, it's been wonderful to see those renew. And I do feel a real sense of energy and excitement around the teams. It was clearly a year that ended a bit suddenly from all the excitement of the early September period. Sadly, within a week, most of that hope had sort of disappeared, which was unfortunate. But I think in the wash-up, most people will just see that there's a young team here that can really achieve something. And with our 150th celebrations coming next year, I think it's just a wonderful time to be around the club and to be supporting the team. And as you said, we're really lucky. We've got great support, great membership, and for our members to already have renewed, I can only thank them and promise them another exciting year. I know the early bird deadlines still extend through to the end of January, so still a great opportunity for members to still renew at a better price than what it would be if they don't take that option. And what's been really encouraging as well is the amount of people that have bolted on the women's membership, and there's still a great opportunity for only £25 to upgrade your membership and access a lot more days cricket here at the county ground. So we'd encourage any of our members yet to renew or yet to become a women's member as well, to do so for a really exciting 25.
We'll have international cricket once again here in 2025, England taking on the West Indies. Another great opportunity for Somerset to show the world what we can do.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, last year, was unfortunately a bit damp, but we had a really big crowd in store for that day, which was, as I said, it was a disappointing outcome. But for our members and fans to support women's cricket, international women's cricket here at the county ground, there's a wonderful tradition of women's cricket here, and another great fixture. I mean, the West Indies are a dangerous opposition. They're chock full of talent, and England have just, despite a disappointing World Cup, have had continued to be a really strong team, and they'll have a nice local flavour, I think, too, in that side of that English team. So, if members and fans can actually buy their tickets, I know they're selling quite well. We'd really like to fill the county ground and sell it out. I believe we do have a special offer for those that buy their tickets before Christmas or before the new year, go into the draw for a signed England shirt. So there's a nice incentive there also to get your tickets early for the Women's International in early June next year, which promises to be, fingers crossed, a nice sunny day and a full house here at the ground.
You touched on our 150th celebrations. 2025 does mark that. Plenty of events planned. Nothing necessarily in the diary yet, but important for members and supporters to keep an eye out for some of the things that are going to become available and are already available. Yeah,
we'll broadcast a schedule of events for next year. It's an exciting time. I mean, to turn 150 is an amazing landmark for an amazing club, and some of the early signs are positive. We've had a book prepared, which is a lovely Christmas gift for those 500 or so that have already purchased. There's still plenty in stock, so for any members who want to avail themselves of what is a wonderful record of our 150 years of cricket, I'd encourage you to grab that. There's also a print that's been made, which the backdrop is of our semi-final victory in the Blast in 2023. There's a beautiful shot which Jack Russell has painted, of which there's 150 of those available on sale as well. So people who really want to have a piece of memorabilia, there'd be few finer out there at the moment for those really rusted on Somerset fans. So find them on our website and surprise somebody for Christmas.
What can members and supporters expect in 2025?
Well, undoubtedly with the excitement around our performances last year, a new team this year in the women coming in, and just the natural excitement around turning 150, I would like to think that we can start the season with a real flourish. I'm now 6 months into the chair. I've heard plenty of feedback from members around how they want events and matters to improve around the ground. We'll make some announcements, particularly, I know the Rose Gates was particularly contentious with some. We found, I think, a unique solution, which we'll communicate with people how we're going to manage that for the year ahead. So, look, I think there's a natural excitement building around next year. We were close last year, and I know it hurt people that we didn't quite fulfil the promise that our season had, but we're really bullish. Everyone's training really hard. We've got guys in England tours, in England A tours, Lions tours, and under-19 tours. So we've got a great crop of young talent coming through, which we'd expect to perform well on the pitch again next year.
And just finally, have you got a festive message for our members and supporters?
Well, just to be safe. Look, thank you for your support in 24. It was a year that delivered a lot, didn't quite deliver what we all wanted, but be safe, come back and join us, renew your membership, come back and enjoy us in 2025. It promises to be a really exciting year. All the best to you and your families.